Alright guys, welcome to my first ever Let's Play. This is Robopon 2. I'm playing cross version. A lot of people have never even heard of this game. I got into this game when the original came out, the original Robopon. And the original was kind of pretty much just a Pokemon ripoff. So let's go here. Um, Glad that they came out with this one because this one was a lot better. We're going to watch the opening just because I want to kind of introduce you guys to the series. The game itself, man, brings back so many memories because I bought this game pretty much as soon as it was available to buy in the United States. Like I said, the original Robopon was pretty much a Pokemon ripoff, so if you played that and that turned you off to this game, big mistake because I didn't really find myself being a big fan of the first one, but this game is a lot of fun. There were two different Robopon 2 games out, and this is Cross. The other one's Ring. Pretty much, I think that the more popular one in the United States was Ring. Cross was the more challenging one. That's why I'm playing it here. As far as this goes, this is pretty much just kind of setting up the storyline to the game. It picks up right where the end of the original Robopon games left off, where you just became the Legend 1, and the legends go from worst to best. They go downwards in number. So, like, the first person that you beat is the Legend 7, and then you work your way up to Legend 1 in the first game. In this game, it's similar, but you actually go a little bit further than that. I'm not really going to spoil too many details for those of you that have never played the game. You can just sit back and enjoy. As of right now, they're pretty much setting up because you are going to be in a tournament that consists of every continent's Legend 1 Robopon battlers, and you're one of them. So you're going to get sent off here. It's going to be basically taking you to an island. Almost feels like Mortal Kombat with Robopons. But yeah, as far as the actual Robopon series goes, I like this game because it is a little bit like Pokemon. I've always been a Pokemon fan, the games more than anything. But it's different in just the right ways because, like, in the first one, I didn't like it because it was almost a carbon copy where you went out, you caught enemies, you turned them into friends, you used them, you leveled them up, and you enhanced them and that kind of stuff. Whereas in this game, you can't actually catch anything. You don't befriend any Robopon, you don't catch any Robopon, or in the last game you magnetize them or something like that, but you actually have to create them using batteries. And that's one thing that I really, really like about this second Robopon series. I don't even know if you want to call it a series because there are only two games, but Robopon 2 as a game I like because you actually have to create your own Robopon. And there are successful combinations and then there are failed combinations with batteries. You have to use two batteries to create a Robopon. Every failure of a combination, and there are probably more failures than there are successful combinations, but every failure you'll get basically the worst Robopon in the game. In ring version, it's called Bullbot. In Cross, it is Gear, and they're both useless, but they do, strangely enough, when they reach level 99, they actually enhance into each other. So I guess technically they could technically cap all of their stats, but to actually put the time into doing that, you'd probably end up needing to be insane. Here, as far as the storyline goes, what we're basically seeing now is we are on a ship headed towards the island where the big tournament, where all the Legend 1s are going to be in this big tournament. And eventually we find out here that, and there it is. I forgot my Robopon back on Parambo Island. So either A, we need to turn around, or B, we need to create a whole new team. And the way that you got here is with your team that you left on Parambo Island. So naturally you want to turn around. But what a turn for the worse. What timing. It just started raining. How lovely. I wonder why this happened. I can't believe this. This is unbelievable. I never would have guessed that this would have happened. Okay, so obviously you're not in very good shape. It just started raining. You're out at sea. You want to turn around. Not very good. Oh no! Lightning! Explosions! This is not cool. Okay, so this is kind of a flashback to what happened at the very beginning when I clicked on the yes for the watch the intro thing. This is literally the exact same thing, but here, instead of kind of cutting away as soon as you walk out of the scene, you're actually going to be able to see what happens with Dr. Zero in this room. and it's really interesting, and it does a lot of foreshadowing as far as the story goes. If this kind of stuff, the storyline doesn't really tickle your fancy, don't let it turn you off from the game, because realistically, this intro is pretty long. But after the intro, pretty much all the dialogue is relatively skippable. Uh, the game is pretty easy to kind of understand without needing to read a whole lot. You go out, you kill other Robopon, you make sure your Robopon are really, really good, and you beat the legends. That's really what the storyline is, and I like it because it's simple, but at the same time, it does have a really cool storyline behind it, and it has a lot of little like mini quests, mini storylines, whatever you want to call it. So yeah, that guy came back from the future or past, or I'm not completely sure, but he was in a time machine and they escaped the room. So Dr. Zero is still alive, and he escaped with that guy. The guy looked almost like he had freaking long blonde hair and a weird mask on, but he called him Z, but that's not his full name. We'll get into that later. Here's a dog. You apparently washed up on shore, and a dog. And hey, wait, that guy looks kind of familiar. I think that's definitely the same guy. He even has the big Z on his chest. You see that? He has a big freaking Z on his chest. Oh man, okay, so this is obviously the guy that saved Dr. Zero from the exploding room, and he just saved you as well from being washed up on the beach. So he's asking me all kinds of questions, and the first time that you actually get to do something with the controls here, other than just constantly pressing A, is to enter your name. And as you all know, my name is not Cody. I'm going to go with Eon. This is Eon Maplecraft, of course. Here we go, Eon. So yes, my name is Eon, and my real birthday, I'm going to go with my real birthday here, I'm going to be honest, 8/25, August 25th. Alright, here we go. So, dog barks, guy walks away, he recognizes my name. So this is the guy that just saved Dr. Zero. He saved me because apparently I was washed up and unconscious, and now he recognizes my name because of all of the events that went down in the first Robopon game. And he says it's our destiny. It is our destiny that we meet. So he said he's going to introduce himself, but he wants to wait. He thinks that we're both going to have some awesome stuff going on. So I'm going to just now I finally have control of my player. So I'm going to move around here. I'm going to check these things up here because a lot of the time there are hidden mems which actually sell for 20 grand, which is really, really good for your money. And it seems almost like too much in the early game, but realistically, when you get towards the end, it's barely enough. So I'm going to go in here. I know for a fact that there's one up here. Yeah, right there. There's an attack mem over here. That's Nick D. He kind of follows you throughout the whole game. You can't really do anything with him right now. So I'm going to go down here, grab this chest, get this ion punch. That is a part. You can equip parts on your Robopon to give them better stats. It is pretty much a necessity. So here, once you talk to him, you go down to the secret cave, but you have to talk to that orange-haired kid over in the corner there first. So yeah, you talk to him, you go down to asking about the cave, and he gives you the cave key. So then I'm going to get out of here, and I'm going to go to the cave, using the cave key to open the door, and here we are. So in here, there is a hidden path, and I'm going to go there first. Right up here, it's not really hidden well, but it is hidden. It is a sun battery, and we can use that to spark a different starter. It is, again, there's a similarity there with Pokemon. I'm going to get this Cam Ball and the Moon Battery. But there is a similar thing here with Pokemon because you can choose between 3 different starters if you know about that secret sun battery back there. There's another cave here that just has... No, there's nothing up here. There's something up there in the past, but we'll get to that way later. Time travel, yay! But yeah, this chest, kerosene, that heals 30 HP. It does use the HP EP system, and EP is basically like MP, magic points, whatever you want to call it. It stands for energy. This guy, there is no getting past him. I tried really hard to run past him, and you fly pretty fast in this game when you hold down the B button, which is awesome because as far as like the similarities to Pokemon go, it's almost like you have running shoes from the start. Talk to this dog to get an ion battery. The ion, moon, and sun battery, those are 3 batteries. You can spark any 2 of them together, but you can't actually spark anything until you talk to this guy because he's going to give you your spark folder. But yes, you can spark any 2 of the 3 batteries that we currently have together, and you will receive a starter. In ring version, the 3 starters are Sunny, which is pretty much the best one of the 3 all game. Here we have, if I spark Moon and Ion, you get Sun Zero. Ion and Sun, you get the I think that's Hex Spot, and then Moon and Sun would be Scooter. So I'm gonna get my Sun Zero because Sun Zero is an absolute beast. He's basically the equivalent to Sunny if you've played Ring before. I'm gonna equip this can ball. I don't have any software. I like the idea of Sun Zero being blue because he uses ice-based attacks. So I'm gonna make him blue here. I'm just make sure this is very anal. So I'm gonna make sure that this is straight up and down. Okay. All right. So yeah. Ring version, the equivalent to Scooter is Rider 1, and the equivalent to Hexbach is Draco. I'm gonna battle these guys. Wow, I caught him off guard. So Sun Zero is pretty fast. If your speed outnumbers your opponent's speed by a certain amount, you can catch them off guard and basically get a free turn, which I just did to use to kill that Silky. And the other one, a perfect battle. 20 experience, we leveled up. That's awesome. Sun Zero is now level 2, and he is freaking awesome. I love Sun Zero. This dude is awesome. It's so weird because if you ever talk to somebody that's played Ring version, they'll say Suncust is absolutely amazing, and I've used both of them. Sun Zero is better than Suncust, and that's the fully enhanced version of Sunny, so that says a lot. I caught him off guard too. Holy crap! If Sun Zero is this fast, when I get my Fortune Teller Robopon, I'm going to be catching everybody off guard. My goodness. Alright, 30 XP. I think that we are going to wrap this episode up for now. Solid intro here. I hope you guys are looking forward to more Robopon 2. I absolutely love this game. Very fun. It's almost like a hidden treasure of the Game Boy Advance world. So this is Hindo Town. This is where I'm going to go next. And we're going to get our second Robopon in our next episode. But until then, I'm Eon Maplecraft, signing out.